So Namaste. In the previous class, we discussing about the farm planning and farm budgeting, and also we have discussed the nature of the farm management. So apart from that, in the farm management, we are having the syllabus we called as the role of the crop insurance in the agriculture sphere. See, in the case of the crop insurance, right? Every time we can expect minimum 15 to 20 marks. Always we can expect in the case of the crop insurance here, right? So here the main objective of the crop insurance in agriculture is to improve the financial position, is to improve the financial position of the farmers in the event of the crop losses, in the event of the crop losses due to the uncertainties, due to the weather uncertainties in the agriculture can be called as crop insurance. So in these cases, it is a kind of the premium rate, it is a kind of the premium rate, it is going to be purchased by the agriculture growers, it is going to be purchased by the agriculture growers to protect their crop losses, to protect their crop losses in the event of the uncertainties in the agriculture can be called as crop insurance, we say in generally. So that's mean in order to protect the interest of the farmers, in order to protect the interest of the farmers, since from the 1985 there are the different kind of the insurance schemes we have in the agriculture. So the first ever crop insurance, so we got in the name of the comprehensive crop insurance scheme. We got in the name of comprehensive crop and the insurance scheme in the 1985. In the 1985, then according to the changes in the society, according to the changes in the society, again we got the National Agriculture Insurance Scheme. We got the National Agriculture Insurance Scheme in the 1998. The 1998. Then again, according to the changes in the society, then we got the modified features in the name of the modified the National Agriculture Insurance Scheme. The modified National Agriculture Insurance Scheme in 2000. Then again in 2005 we got the weather based crop insurance scheme. The weather based crop insurance scheme in 2005. In 2005. Then in the 2016 we got the Fasal Bima Yojana. We got the Fasal Bima Yojana in 2016 by compiling the best features, by compiling the best features from the National Agriculture Insurance Scheme and also as well as from the modified National Agriculture Insurance Scheme. So the Fasal Bima Yojana, it is a compilation of the best of the best features, compilation of the best features from the National Agriculture Insurance Scheme as well as from the modified the National Agriculture Insurance Scheme. Then according to that we got the Fasal Bima Yojana in 2016 it is. So it is applicable for all the both Kharif as well as for the Rabi crops here. So since from the 1985, these are the evolutions we have in the case of the crop insurance scheme. So one is that comprehensive crop and the insurance scheme we got in the 1985. Later on, we got the National Agriculture Insurance Scheme in 1998. Again, according to the changes in the society, we got the modified the National Agriculture Insurance Scheme in 2000. Then weather-based crop insurance scheme. Then whatever the best features we had in the case of the National Agriculture Insurance Scheme and modified National Agriculture Insurance Scheme, all the best features are compiled into the scheme we called as Fasal Bima Yojana by removing all the drawbacks in the given scheme. That is the nature of the insurance scheme we have in the case of the agriculture. See, the fundamental objective of the crop insurance is to improve the financial position of the farmers. Is to improve the financial position of the farmers by mitigating the losses, in the terms of the crop insurance here, right? So in these cases, right, so these are the few things we'll be discussing in the case of the crop insurance here, right? What you understand by the crop insurance in the agriculture, then how it is calculated, because crop insurance it is calculated based on the area based approach, based on the area based approach, based on the area based approach in the given area. In the given area, we are comparing the current year yield. We are comparing the current year yield with the last 5 years average yield. We are comparing the current year yield with the last 5 years average yield. According to that, the claims will be given to the farmers in the given region. Region matlab area based approach, not on the individual farmers. We are having the two things here. Area based matlab within the area there are the many farmers can be possible, right? So crop insurance is calculated always on the region basis or area based approach by the Department of Agriculture in the given region. It is okay. Then another one, we are having the evolution of the insurance scheme since from the 1985 till today, right? So till today we are having the Fasal Bima Yojana from the comprehensive crop on the insurance scheme. Then why crop insurance is required? Because In order to promote the food security in the country, we need to motivate the farmers, we need to protect the farmers, then only the food supply in the APMC can be possible. When there is a good supply, the food security of the nation can be achieved. That is the reason promoting the such farming is very important with the help of the crop insurance. Then we're having the advantages of the crop insurance for the different stakeholders, because in the crop insurance there are the different stakeholders can be possible. One is the farming community, another is the central government, another is the state government, right? So another is the insurance companies here, another is the insurance company. These are the stakeholders will be there. All the stakeholders are having the some benefits either directly or indirectly. Then we're having the Puzzle Bima Yojana. In the case of the Puzzle Bima Yojana, in February 2016 we got Puzzle Bima Yojana. There we are having the coverage of the risk, right? It is having both the pre-harvest as well as post-harvest risk. Both the risks are covered in the case of the Puzzle Bima Yojana. And in that cases there are the different kind of the premium rates are available for the Kharif, Rabi as well as for the commercial crops. We're having the 1.5% and 2% and 5%, like that. We're having the different kind of the premium rates will be there. That premium rates are going to be purchased by the farmers. So according to that purchase over the period, whenever we are having the crop losses due to the weather condition, in that case that crop losses can be compensated by the insurance companies. That is the nature of the mechanisms we have in the case of the crop insurance here. Another is the conclusion part here. See, in this case, always we can expect the minimum 15 to 20 marks we can expect in the case of the role of the crop insurance in the agriculture. So we said that since from the 1985, right? So in the 1985, the first ever insurance scheme in the agriculture can be called as comprehensive crop on the insurance scheme. One. Then again in the 1998, we got the National Agriculture Insurance Scheme. Again, according to the changes in the society, we got the modified National Agriculture Insurance Scheme in 2000. Then we got the separate scheme for the weather uncertainties in the name of the weather-based crop insurance scheme in 2005. Then we're having the Puzzle Bima Yojana in 2016. In 2016, it is applicable for all the Kharif as well as for the Rabi crops in the case of the Puzzle Bima. So these are the major. So within this scheme, again there are the different schemes we have, but these schemes were very are having the more popularity in the previous years. So within the crop insurance, so these are the stakeholders we have. One is the farmer is going to procure the premium from the insurance company, and within that we're having the central government also is having some contribution, then state government also is having the contribution, and crop insurance companies like we're having the IFCO to IKEA, ICICI Lombard, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Cholamandalam Crop Insurance, like that. There are the different kind of the designated crop insurance companies will be there. They're having the tie-up with the state and central government. So they provide this kind of the schemes to the needy farmers. So according to that, financial losses can be minimizable among the farming communities. Okay, that motivates the morality in the farming community, right? So out of the 100% of the insurance here, that for example, we are having the different kind of the premium rate. So some crops are having the premium rate 1.5%, some crops are having the 2%, some crops are having the 5% of the premium rate. That premium is going to be purchased by the farmers. So whenever if they purchase the premium, and remaining contribution is made by the central government and state government and insurance companies here. And whenever you are having the any kind of the crop losses, insurance company are going to give the claims to the needy farmers here. See, here we are having some definition for the crop insurance. So in the year crop insurance, it is an insurance arrangement aiming at mitigating the financial losses. Our basic objective with the help of the insurance is to mitigate the financial losses among the farming community, right? Financial losses suffered by the farmers due to the damage and destruction of their crops, as a result of the various production risks. Because from the sowing to harvesting, right, there's a different kind of the production risk can be possible in the agriculture. So all the risks are collectively covered in the case of the crop insurance. So whenever you are having the crop losses due to the different kind of the production risk, in that cases compensations will be given to the farmers. Okay, that is through that way we are minimizing the financial losses. In the given region. Then In other words, it can be defined as it is a premium amount. Premium amount matlab we said 2%, 1.5% and 5% are going to be purchased by the agriculture farmers, to protect their crop losses, in the event of the weather uncertainties, and reduction in the crop losses due to the some factors in the crop growth period. So all the losses can be minimizable with the help of this crop insurance. So these are the two definitions we have about the crop insurance. So the fundamental objective, as we said that, right, the major objective is to promote the financial position of the farming community with the help of the scheme it is. So again, so we said that crop insurance is majorly calculated based on the, so we are having the two things. One is the based on the individual farmer, another is the area based. Area based one, we are having the agroclimatic zone from the Kashmir to Kanyakumari. They are the different agroclimatic zones we have. Within the, so we said we are having the what we call is the area based approach. Area based matlab one agroclimatic zone. Within the agroclimatic zone, so particular department of the agriculture is going to conduct the crop cutting experiment. In the current year. So current year yield will be compared with the last 5 years average yield. Will be compared with the last 5 years average yield. Whatever the differences will be there between the current year yield and the last 5 years average yield, the differences will be given as a claim, as a compensation to the farmers. So that is the nature of the approach we have in the case of the calculation of the crop insurance, in the sense of the any losses here, right? So again, in India, crop insurance is calculated based on the indemnity in the yield production. That is, it follows the area based approach. You have to remember that presently we are following the area based approach instead of the individual farmers approach. In that case, the specific area is insured under the policy. But in the case of the Puzzle Bima Yojana, now we are using the satellite, we are using the remote sensing technique to analyze the damages in the canopy. Through that also compensation are given to the regional farmers. But that analyzing the damages is based on the area based approach only. You have to remember. Then the claims is calculated on the basis of the crop cutting experiment. Is carried out by the Department of Agriculture in the given area. Any shortfall in the current yield in the current year. So whatever the yield will be there in the current year, that yield will be compared with the last 5 years average yield. So whatever the differences will be there, the differences as given as a compensation to the farmers in the given region. The spin, for example, we are having 2023, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18 it is. So in 2023 we got the 100 quintal per hectare. We are having the 140, then we are having the 130. So we are having the different kind of the yield in the different years. So current year yield will be compared with the last 5 years average yield. Whatever the difference will be there, for the differences we are giving the compensation to the farmers. That will be called as crop cutting experiment procedure. So in that case, this kind of the procedure will be taken on the area based, not on the individual farmer based it is. Okay, that is the nature of the approach we have in giving the claims or giving the compensation to the farmers under the crop insurance it is. So presently, in 2005, even in the world, in 2021 UPSC paper, they asked the designated insurance companies, they are affiliated with the weather uncertainties. So in 2005, Government of India implemented the weather-based crop insurance scheme. They implemented the weather-based crop insurance scheme to protect the crop losses from the weather uncertainties. And its associated agencies are ICICI, Lombard Limited, HDFC Argo, then we are having the IFCO Tokia, Cholamandalam GSC Limited, Kotak Mahindra Bank Private Limited, then we are having the general insurance company. See, only a few selected companies are participating in the case of the crop insurance scheme, especially in the case of the weather-based crop insurance scheme. So they are the designated one it is, okay. So here we are having the why crop insurance is required, because we said initially our objective is to improve the financial position of the farmer, one, and also when there is a crop insurance, it motivates the moral. It motivates the morality in the farming community. When there is a morality, the cultivation of the crop is going to take place in the future season. When there is a more cultivation, more supply in the APMC market can be possible. When there is a more supply, food security of the country can be achieved. It is. So that is the nature of the sequence of the mechanisms we have in the case of the crop insurance. It is. So again, so it provides the incentives to make out the new technological innovation, because it improves the financial position. It improves the financial position and it provides the compensation in the event of the crop losses. So through that incentives, there is a technological innovation implementation in the farm area can be possible. One. Second one, assured income in the event of the crop losses. Assured income in the event of the crop losses due to the any uncertainties. Whenever the farmer is going to purchase the premium, assured income can be possible in the case of the crop losses, and he can pay back the loans to the bank easily. So whenever so in the event of the crop losses also is having the ability to make the paying the loans to the bank. It is. Then it provides incentives for the next crops, future crop, then so that he can buy the good kind of inputs such as seeds and fertilizers for cultivating the crop. Then food security of the country is met with the help of this process. Then farmers need not to depend on the local lenders, for the credit, because we are giving compensation whenever there is a damages. With the help of this compensation, you can easily purchase the inputs in the agriculture production. Then it improves the financial position of the farmers here. Then it improves the morality in the community in the given region. It is. Apart from this, other significance in the case of the crop insurance, it improves the positive relationship between the private sector and agriculture sector. Because whenever there is a crop losses, is having the ability to pay back the loan to the private sector. So that is the reason positive relationship between the one to the another sector can be possible. Then reduction in the farmer suicide can be possible in the rural area, right? Because presently in the Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and some regions in the Karnataka and Maharashtra, some farmers in the event of the crop losses, they make the suicide in generally. So in that condition, whenever you are having the crop insurance facility or service, in that cases, it motivates the farmers. It motivates the farmers to cultivate the more and more in the upcoming season like that. Then farmers can avoid the crop losses due to the pest and disease attack. Then it helps in reducing the burden on the central government. Reducing the burden on the central government in the event of the drought and flood conditions. Then it helps in food supply in the APMC market and management of the food, and promoting the stability and happiness of the nation can be possible. Whenever you are having the good supply of the food article in the society, happiness of the nations will be more. So through that way, so with the help of this service, so overall the win-win situation can be possible for the producer as well as for the consumer in the case of the Indian economy. See, here we are having the history of the crop insurance scheme. So since from the 1985, there are the many schemes till 2016. Some schemes are more popular, some schemes are not popular in generally. So in these cases, right, so history of the crop insurance in India was developed by the Professor Dandekar in the 1976. In the 1976, right, he made some foundation idea for the crop insurance. So Professor Dandekar is the father of the crop insurance. You have to remember, he is the father of the crop insurance in the agriculture. So he developed some idea, right, about the how crop insurance it works in generally. Then in the before the 1976, the 1965 central government proposed the model crop insurance scheme. On the model basis, we started the crop insurance scheme in the 1965. Thereafter, in the 1971, expert committee was formed to evaluate the model scheme. In the 1972, expert crop insurance scheme was established to promote the first time hybrid cotton production. In the selected areas in the Gujarat. Then after that, crop insurance scheme linking with the institutional credit, linking with the insurance company. This idea was suggested by the Professor Dandekar. You have to remember, right? So linking the crop insurance scheme with the insurance company. So such idea was suggested by the Professor Dandekar in the 1978. And the scheme was popularly called as comprehensive crop insurance scheme. So idea was came in 1978 only, but It was implemented on the practical side on 1985. It is 1985. Right? Then, apart from this, so these are the sequence we have. So there are the many schemes are popular, some schemes are not popular here. So first ever individual approach basis was started in the 1971. In the 1971 to 1984 operational area. Then pilot crop insurance scheme from the 1974 to 1984. So 1974 is the starting year, 1984 is the closing date. It is okay. Comprehensive crop insurance scheme from the 1985 to 1999. That is operational period. Then experimental crop insurance scheme for the rabi crops from the 1970s, 1997 to 1998. Then National Agriculture Insurance Scheme 1999. Farm Income Insurance Scheme 2003 and 5. Pilot scheme on the seed crop insurance 2000. Rainfall based insurance scheme for the kharif crops 2000. Weather based crop insurance scheme for the rabi crops 2005. Then in 2016 in the February we got the Fasal Bima Yojana. So like that, according to the changes in the society, there are the different kind of the evolution of the crop insurance we have in the society. So whatever the best features we had in the previous scheme, that best features are compiled into the scheme we called as Fasal Bima Yojana. It is okay. So here having the Fasal Bima Yojana. So it was launched in February 2016 by the government of India. We said that in the Fasal Bima Yojana, it is having the coverage of the risk. It covers both pre-harvest risk and post-harvest risk. Post-harvest matlab even after harvest also up to 14 days, up to 2 weeks, the coverage of the risk can be possible in the case of the crop insurance. That is the one we have. Apart from that, in the case of the Fasal Bima Yojana, we are having the different kind of the premium, right? 2%, 1.5% and 5% for the different crops here. Apart from that, we're using the remote sensing technique. We're using the remote sensing technique to find out the damages, in the given region. So these are the some features we have in the case of the Fasal Bima Yojana. So it is an insurance service for the farmers for the yield, and it was formulated in line with the one nation, one scheme. Because before 2016 there are the many schemes within the crop insurance. That is the reason, in line with the one nation, one scheme, we have merged all the best features from the different scheme into the Fasal Bima Yojana by replacing the earlier two schemes such as National Agriculture Insurance Scheme and Modified National Agriculture Insurance. So whatever the best features we had in the NAIS and NAIS, then according to that all the best features are compiled into the Fasal Bima Yojana by removing all the drawbacks. It is by incorporating the best features from both the scheme and removing the drawbacks in making the Fasal Bima Yojana. Okay. So what are the best features we had both the schemes? All the best features are incorporated into the Fasal Bima Yojana. The scheme was earlier compulsory for the loaning farmers. Loaning farmers mean those farmers are taking the loan from the commercial bank or any other bank. It is mandatory for the farmers to opt with the crop insurance. It is a mandatory for the farmers to opt with the crop insurance. But since 2020, it has been made voluntary. It has been made voluntary for all the farmers. So it is having the voluntary. If they want to opt with the crop insurance, they can. If not, they are having freedom. It is okay. And the scheme is administered by the Ministry of the Agriculture or the central level. It is okay. So here, implementing agencies for the crop insurance scheme, right? It is implementing. So at the central level, we are having the Department of the Agriculture. So under the guidance and control of the Department of the Agriculture, we are having the concerned state from the Kashmir to Kanyakumari in coordination with the different departments at the district level. Different departments, matlab, we are having the financial institutions such as commercial bank, RRB, cooperative banks, and we are having some regulatory bodies such as horticulture department, statistic department, revenue, and Panchayat Raj institution at the district level and taluk level. So, okay, central, state, and district level. So that is the nature of the approach we have in implementing the crop insurance, so that maximum benefits can be reachable to all the farmers at the grassroots level. It is. So here, the objective of the Fasal Bima Yojana, again we said here it aims at supporting the sustainable production in the agriculture, because it motivates the farmers to cultivate more and more crops in the agriculture. It is one. Then it provides the financial support to the farmers whenever you are having the crop losses due to the unforeseen events in the crop growth period, then stabilizing the income of the farmers. Stabilizing the income of the farmers can be possible to ensure their continuity in the farming. That is another objective here. Encouraging the farmers to adopt the innovative and modern practices in the agriculture, because when the financial position is increasing, then they're having the more ability to purchase the innovative practices in the agriculture. Innovative practices, matlab, we can take example like micro irrigation, protected agriculture, right? So these are the techniques can be adaptable in the case of the conventional practices. Then ensuring the flow of the credit to the agriculture sector, which will contribute to the food security, crop diversification, and enhancing the growth and competitiveness in the agriculture sector. So whenever having the good kind of the flow of the credit to the agriculture sector, so it directly or indirectly it promotes all the activity and growth in the agriculture sector. It is. So here in the puzzle we imagine these are the coverage of the crops here. Some are the oil seeds, some are the food crops, some are the annual commercial crops, some are the horticulture crops. And presently we are doing the pilot basis, experimental basis we are doing on the perennial crops. So you have to remember. So first 1 to 4 are having already coverage, but on the experimental basis, presently we are doing on the perennial crops. It is okay. So perennial matlab we are having example like coconut, arecanut, or the perennial crops in generally. So here within the puzzle we imagine these are the coverage of the risk and exclusion category we have in the case of the puzzle we imagine. These are the coverage and these are the exclusion category. Coverage matlab crop losses due to the wild animal. Whenever you are having the wild animal damages in the agriculture, in that case farmer can get the claims and compensation from the given agencies. Then localized calamities such as landslide, cloud burst, natural fire, hailstorm, and inundation from the ocean into the agriculture land. In that situation, the farmer is eligible to get the compensation. Then preventive sowing, planting, germination risk due to the deficit rainfall. Whenever you are having the delay in the rainfall, right, preventive risk can be possible. In that cases also there is the provision of the compensation to the farmers. Then standing crop from the sowing to harvesting. Sowing to harvesting. Whatever the risk will be there from the sowing to harvesting, all the risk will be covered. Yield losses, whatever the yield loss is going to take place due to the non-preventable risk such as drought condition from the sowing to harvesting. Whenever you are having the drought in between, whenever you are having the dry spell, whenever you are having the pest and disease attack, whenever you are having the lightning, then storm and cyclone. Because of this condition can be possible anytime between the sowing to harvesting. So in that case, again, farmer is eligible to get the compensation from the concerned agencies. Then after harvest, again up to 14 days, up to 14 days, we are having the post harvest coverage of the losses. Up to 14 days, matlab 2 weeks. We are having the 2 weeks or 14 days. In that cases, coverage is available only up to maximum period of the 2 weeks or 14 days from the date of the harvesting. So that's mean in the case of the puzzle bima jana, we are having the coverage both pre-harvest risk and post-harvest risk. Post-harvest matlab from year to year up to 14 days, and pre-harvest matlab from sowing to harvesting. Whatever the risk will be there from year to year, right? All the type of the risk will be covered in the cases it is. So in that condition, the farmer is eligible to get the compensation from the concerned agency. And apart from that, exclusion category. Whenever you are having the crop losses due to the war condition, in that condition, the farmer is ineligible. Farmer is ineligible to get the compensation whenever you are having the nuclear damages, molasses damages, whenever you are having the alien attacks. In this condition, farmers are not eligible to get the compensation from the insurance company. So these are the coverage category. Sorry, these are the coverage category. These are the exclusion category we have. According to that, puzzle bima yojana presently it is working in the rural area. It is. So apart from that, within the puzzle bima yojana, these are the provisions here. So we are having the different kind of the premium rate. So for example, we are having at presently 2% premium rate in the case of the kharif crop. So minimum out of the 100%, the farmer he need to pay minimum 10%. So minimum 2% for the kharif crops, then 1.5% for the rabi crops, and 5% for the commercial and horticulture crops. So okay, these are the premium rates will be there. These premium rates are going to purchase by the agriculture farmers here. Then it covers the both pre-harvest losses. Pre-harvest losses matlab from sowing to harvesting. From sowing to harvesting and even up to 2 weeks after the harvest, that we call as post-harvest losses. Then remote sensing technique are used to calculate the damages for the claims in the crop insurance, because presently in the Brazil Bima Yojana we are using the remote sensing to analyze the damages in the given region. Okay, then the premium amount is borne by the farmers, state government and central government, and whenever you are having the delay in the sowing, in that cases 25% of the insurance amount paid to the planting risk to the farmers. Whenever you are having the delay in the monsoon, so delay in the sowing can be possible. In that cases, farmer is eligible to get the 25% of the insurance amount in that cases. Then, if more than 50% losses while growing season, whenever you are having the more than 50% of the losses while growing season, in that cases, 25% of the future insurance is paid instantly to the registered farmers. Then, the post-harvest condition coverage is up to 14 days. Then it covers all the notified crops. Notified crops matlab some are the kharif, some are the rabi, some are the commercial and horticulture crops we have in generally. So these are the major features we have in the case of the puzzle Bima Yojana. See, in the general way, these are the designated and registered insurance companies we have in the case of the crop insurance. See, we are having in the case of the weather based crop insurance, we have only selected insurance companies. But in the general way, these are the following insurance companies are registered to provide the crop insurance facility to the farmers. One is the Agriculture Insurance Company India Limited, ICICI Lombard, HDFC Hargo, IFCO Tokia, Cholamandalam Limited, Bajaj Alliance. Then we are having the Reliance, the Future General India Limited, Tata AIG, SBI, Universal, Shampoo, GSC Limited. So these are the major designated insurance companies we have, and presently they are giving the service about the crop insurance to the needy farmers. So apart from that, in the case of the Fasal Bima Yojana, we are having the more use of the technology for analyzing the damages, right? So here we are having the separate application in the name of the Fasal Bima Yojana. For that only we are having the application. It provides for the easy enrollment for the farmers. So, okay, in the application, presently it provides presently we are having the 4 crore enrollment in the case of the Fasal Bima application. So it is India is the largest beneficiary. India is the largest beneficiary in the world with respect to the crop insurance. These are the enrollments we have as of now. One, and it facilitates the easier reporting of the crop losses. Within the application, whenever you are having the damages, we can take the photographs from the mobile and we can upload in the application. According to that, the related agencies, they coordinate with you, with the farmers, to provide the compensation. So within the 78 hours of the occurrence of the any event, so that is the conditions will be there. So in these cases, we are using the latest technological tools to analyze the damages, to assess the crop losses, satellite imagery like remote sensing. Then we're using the drones, we're using the artificial intelligence, we're using the machine learning technology to analyze the damages in the crop canopy. So apart from the application, we're having the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana as a separate website for the integration of the land records, So these are the some progress we made in the case of the Fasal Bima Yojana. Okay, these are as of now we are having, these are the registered farmers we have in the case of the crop insurance. Okay. See, apart from this, but at the same time, again, we're having some challenges. Why? There is a low penetration of the crop insurance in the agriculture. Most of the time, especially in the rural area, the farmers, Indian farmers, they do not believe in this concept. They do not believe much in this concept. In that case, it required more awareness by the KVK and State Agriculture University. They need to create the more awareness at the grassroots level. According to the awareness, most of the farmers will get to know the facility of the crop insurance. So here, crop insurance products did not gain much prominence in the rural India because of the lack of the awareness. Then insurance products do not cover all the losses because they cover only weather uncertainties and some other risk in the sowing to harvesting. But what about market volatility in the market prices? Okay, whenever we are having the decline in the market prices, such condition is not taken in the crop insurance. Right? Then residuary risk are not covered, such as risk in the supply chain and decrease in the demand and in the market. Such conditions are not taken in the coverage. The price of the premium is higher for the farmers sometimes. Then external risks such as political instability and nuclear damages are not covered in the policy. Then behavior of the farmers, they think that the premium is a loss. They think that premium is a waste in generally. So that is the reason the insurance is not having the much prominence in the rural India. You have to remember. Okay. See, So these are the few things we have in the case of the crop insurance. So minimum 15 to 20 marks we can expect in the case of the role of the crop insurance in the agriculture. So here we are having, since from the 1985 till 2016 we are having the comprehensive crop and the insurance scheme. Later on we got the National Agriculture Insurance Scheme. Again we got the modified National Agriculture Insurance Scheme. Then we got the weather-based insurance scheme. Then in 2016 we got the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. In the Fasal Bima Yojana, now we are having both type of the risk. The pre-harvest risk and post-harvest risk are covered in the case of the Fasal Bima Yojana, with the more coverage of the crops. So the main objective of the policy is to protect the interest of the farmers, and also it improves the financial position among the farming community. So these are the few things we have in the case of the crop insurance in the agriculture. Thank you.